Good morning, and welcome back to the Great Karna Studio. My name is Chris Frayling, and this October, I'm diving deep into Inktober. 31 drawings in 31 days, all in ink. Join me as I explore new ideas, push my creativity, and see where the ink leads us. Our prompt for this morning, a shredder. I'll be taking the idea and turning it into an ink drawing with my own twist. Without any further ado, let's get inking.
Today's drawing is dedicated to a very special little boy. Chad? Chad, ek hoop jy geniet hierdie video so baie soos wat ek geniet het om hom vir jou te teken.
Chad, Gucci, and the Great Chocolate Rescue. In a small town called Sprinkleberry, there lived a boy named Chad McNoodle. Chad wasn't your ordinary boy, no, sir. He was the kind of boy who wore mismatched socks, thought bicycle bells were secret communication devices, and believed that his dog Gucci could talk, and between you and me, Gucci sort of could. Gucci was a scruffy little terrier with eyes like shiny buttons and a bark that sounded suspiciously like laughter. He loved three things: belly rubs, biscuits, and chocolate, even though he wasn't supposed to have any. Chad always gave him pretend chocolate made of carrot, which Gucci pretended to love just as much. Every day after school, Chad and Gucci would ride around town on Chad's trusty bicycle, the Lightning Noodle 2000. It had stickers, a squeaky seat. Together, they were unstoppable, at least until the day the world nearly lost all its chocolate. It all began on a Tuesday. A normal, boring, broccoli-colored Tuesday. Chad and Gucci were riding past Melty's magical chocolate factory, the sweetest, most wonderful smelling place in the whole world, when they saw something odd. Smoke. But not the nice kind that smells like roasting cocoa beans. No. This smoke smelled like burnt marshmallows mixed with gym socks. Woof, said Gucci, sniffing the air. You're right, Gucci, Chad said, pulling over. Something's not right. Then, from behind the factory, came a deep, echoing, mwahahaha mwahahaha mwahahaha. Out stepped the most evil-looking man Chad had ever seen, the evil scientist Dr. Fizzlepop. His hair looked like he'd stuck a fork in a toaster, and his lab coat was covered in chocolate stains. He was holding a big red button that said, "Do not press, unless you hate chocolate." Oh no, whispered Chad. He's going to blow up the chocolate factory. Chad jumped off his bike. We have to stop him. Gucci barked heroically, or maybe nervously. It was hard to tell. They sneaked closer. Dr. Fizzlepop was talking to himself. At last. No more chocolate. No more sticky fingers. No more happiness. Wahaha wahaha wahaha. Chad gasped. He's allergic to happiness. But before they could sneak closer, Gucci accidentally stepped on a chocolate wrapper. Crunch. Dr. Fizzlepop spun around. Who's there? Chad froze. Ah. I am the delivery boy. Delivery? For me. The scientist squinted. I didn't order anything. Wait, who are you? And that's when Gucci barked. Loudly. Very loudly. Intruders, shouted Dr. Fizzlepop. Security bots, attacked the boy and his dog. Out of nowhere, chocolate-shaped robots rolled toward them, their arms made of taffy, their eyes glowing like gummy bears of doom. Run, Gucci run! Chad shouted. They jumped on the Lightning Noodle 2000 and pedaled as fast as they could, the chocolate robots wobbling after them. They raced through town, past Mrs. Crumb's cupcake shop, past the post office, and straight into the park, where Chad stopped to catch his breath. Gucci, he panted, we need help. Gucci tilted his head. Big help. Strong help. Smart help. Then it hit him like a flying marshmallow. The Hulk. Gucci barked approvingly. Of course, everyone in Sprinkleberry knew that the Incredible Hulk came to town once a month to get his hair trimmed at Ludwig's barbershop. Apparently, even superheroes like a neat fade. We just have to get to the barbershop before Dr. Fizzlepop presses the button, said Chad. Woof, barked Gucci. And off they went, faster than a candy-fueled comet. They zoomed up to Ludwig's barbershop, and sure enough, there was the Hulk, squeezed into one of the barber chairs, wearing a tiny white cape that said, "Stay sharp." Ludwig, the barber, looked nervous. His clippers were shaking. The Hulk, on the other hand, looked very calm, for now. Excuse me, Mr. Hulk. Chad said, out of breath. Sorry to interrupt your haircut, but the chocolate factory's about to explode. The Hulk looked up. What? Gucci barked. Woof woof. Ludwig froze, the clippers buzzed mid-snip. Sir, maybe you shouldn't move. Ow no. The clippers fell and cut a big bold spot into the back of the Hulk's head. But the Hulk stood up, very quickly, with a half-faded haircut and the barber cape shredded like tissue paper. Who would destroy chocolate? He growled. Dr. Fizzlepop, said Chad. We need your help. The Hulk's eyes turned greener, if that's even possible. Let's go. Ludwig sighed. You haven't paid. The problem was, the Hulk was huge. And Chad only had one bicycle. Said Chad, scratching his head. You might not fit. The Hulk looked at the bicycle. Then at Chad. Then at the bicycle again. I'll run, said the Hulk. Good idea, said Chad quickly. And off they went, Chad pedaling like lightning, Gucci barking directions, and the Hulk running beside them, shaking the ground with every step. Windows rattled. Ice creams fell off cones. Squirrels ran for cover. But time was running out. Dr. Fizzlepop was already standing on top of the chocolate factory, finger hovering over the red button. Chad skidded to a stop. The Hulk leaped ahead with a roar that sent the chocolate robots flying into caramel fountains. Stop right there, Fizzlepop. Chad shouted. Ha ha ha. Too late, cackled the scientist. Chocolate shall be no more. Gucci barked and ran up to him, but Dr. Fizzlepop jumped onto a hoverboard made of cookie dough. You can't catch me, little boy. Oh yes, we can, said Chad, and pedaled with all his might. He zoomed up a ramp made of candy crates, flying into the air, whoosh. Straight toward Dr. Fizzlepop. Take this, you cocoa-hating maniac. Chad yelled, ringing his bicycle bell with a mighty ding-ding-dong. The sound was so loud, so pure, it startled Dr. Fizzlepop. He wobbled. He dropped the remote. Gucci leapt up, caught it in his mouth, and did a victory spin. Good boy, Gucci. Chad cheered. The Hulk, meanwhile, clapped his massive hands, creating a gust of wind that blew Fizzlepop's hoverboard into a chocolate fountain. Splat. No. My hair gel, cried the scientist, covered in fudge. Chad, locking at Dr. Fizzlepop covered in fudge, yelled, exclaimed, emotional damage, emotional damage. The day was saved. The chocolate factory was safe. The townspeople cheered. Chad and Gucci were heroes. The mayor gave Chad a shiny medal made of, you guessed it, chocolate. Gucci got a lifetime supply of dog-friendly cocoa biscuits. And the Hulk got a coupon for a free haircut, since he'd never finished the last one. As for Dr. Fizzlepop, he was sentenced to community service, cleaning chocolate fountains in a bright pink Hulk suit at children's birthday parties. And he secretly started to like it. That night, as the stars twinkled and the sweet smell of cocoa drifted through Sprinkleberry, Chad patted Gucci's head. Good job, partner. Gucci wagged his tail. Woof woof woof. And somewhere in the distance, a faint, chocolatey voice said. Best Tuesday ever.
That's it for today's Inktober drawing. I hope you enjoyed this drawing as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. If you're participating in Inktober, let me know in the comments below how you are tackling today's prompt. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any other Inktober videos I upload. Take care and I'll see you tomorrow for another Inktober drawing.